Hi, good evening, and a warm welcome to all of you. In today's webinar, we will just wait for a couple of minutes to allow everyone to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started. So let's wait till everyone joins in, and I'll just take your excuse for a second to check on the live stream. Yeah, it seems to be working fine. So, as I was mentioning, we are going to wait for just a few minutes to allow everyone to join in. However, during this time, I'm going to discuss a few common questions or few important points that will help you get the maximum benefit of today's webinar. The first is a common question that gets often asked, almost every webinar or training workshop that we do. This is a common question that is always asked, and the question is, will we get the recording of the webinar? The answer is absolutely yes. In fact, I will share the link of the recording, and we will also email it to you. Right. So if you don't want to wait till the email comes, although it will reach your inbox after a few minutes, but if you want to access it even right now, I'll share the link of the live recording, which is there. So that is the first question that gets quite frequently asked. The second is an important point that I want to discuss with you, and that is related to you getting the maximum benefit from today's session. And we have to ensure that you're investing your valuable time with us. So you should understand the information or understand the knowledge that we are going to share with you. And for that, it is crucial that everything that we are sharing with you is absolutely clear to you. Now, for that, you should be asking questions, because it is highly unlikely that everything that is coming out of my mouth is absolutely clear to you. It is highly unlikely. So you will have questions, you will have doubts, you will have concerns, and you should clarify that. Now, for that, you have to use the Q&A option. So if you look down, if you're joining through a laptop or desktop, even on tablet, I think the navigation is visible all the time. So that's where you'll see there's a question mark, which and underneath it Q&A is written. You have to use that option to ask your question, and you don't have to wait all the while till I end the presentation and then the house is open for the question. No, you don't have to do that. I keep the Q&A panel open on the other monitor. So when you ask the question, and if it is something I can answer readily, I will do that. I don't like keeping the audience waiting or keeping the participant waiting all the while till we break into the question answer round. No, if it is possible for me to answer it, I will answer it there and then. If it is not possible for me to answer it, we will discuss it in the question answer round. Now that leads to the third and the important the third point I wanted to discuss with you, and that is about the question answer session that we do towards the end of the session. So we will dedicate about 10-15 minutes wherein any question, whether it is related to the points that I'm sharing with you, and we can discuss that, or even something other than that. If you have that, I will be open to discuss that. So these were the 3 points I wanted to discuss or share with you before we start this session. And I would like to also extend a special welcome to the participants who are joining us here today from UAE and Sri Lanka. So a very warm welcome to the members and the participants who are joining us from UAE and Sri Lanka. We also have participants from India. So welcome everyone. Now I think we should get started with this session. And while I start sharing my screen, let me move the Q&A panel to the other monitor. And if you find me looking to the side, that's where I'm just looking at the other monitor so that I can look at your questions or comments. Perfect. So I think now we are ready. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we will get started with today's presentation or today's live walkthrough of how you can create an online store for your business. Now, while I'm starting to share my screen, Another important tip that I would want to share, and that is related to the screen share itself. In a few of my previous webinars, there has been instances where when we started doing the screen share, the screen was not visible to the audience or some few members or one or two members in the audience. Now, obviously, you're taking our time and it is our responsibility that you should get the maximum benefit. So when we came to know that that kind of an instance has happened wherein one of the participants was not able to see the screen share properly, so we investigated into it and we found out there were primarily two reasons. One was the internet connectivity. So if your internet connectivity is not good, that may cause a lag, and because of that you may see the screen not loading up properly or not appearing properly. So that can be one reason, and a quite common one that our investigation has found. The second reason is the application, the Zoom application is not updated. And because of that, again, the same scenario happens. So the fix is very simple. If your Zoom application is not updated, just step out of the meeting, just leave the meeting, update the application and join back again. It will hardly take you 30 seconds to do that, but that will fix the issue. All right. So a tip I thought of sharing before I started the screen share was once we get started with the presentation, it will not be possible for me to stop and help you. So I already thought of sharing the suggestions. All right, so this is where I'm going to start the screen share. And sorry, I think where is the presentation? Here we have. So let's get started with today's webinar, and a warm welcome to all of you. So, in today's session, I'm going to walk you through how you can create an online store. But before I do that, I'm certainly going to bore you with some unwanted knowledge. But that knowledge, I believe, and this is something based on my almost half a decade of public speaking and conducting these technical sessions, and I absolutely understand that these are very boring sessions, right? So, unless you understand the objective, unless you understand what is going to the outcome, that's where it becomes a little difficult to comprehend and relate to it. Everyone is not from IT industry, and everyone is not a technology specialist, and I absolutely understand and appreciate that. So that's where I'm going to take you through a few examples so that your understanding is also clear, like what is an online store, fundamental understanding about the online store is clear, and then we'll go through the process is very simple, and you will also understand and appreciate that how simple it is. Even a student, a school student, will be able to do that. All right, so just bear with me for a few minutes so that I can help you understand the fundamental what is the fundamental objective, right? All right, so before that, I haven't given my introduction. So the first slide is about my introduction. My name is Adnan. I'm Director SME E-commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. I have about 2 decades of experience in digital commerce. And as my designation also suggests, I look into online or e-commerce business at GlobalLinker. In addition to that, I actively conduct a lot of training sessions, conferences, webinars on how to leverage digital technology to grow the business. Because in today's day and age, you'll all agree that digital is the way forward. But how many of us actually know how to use the various digital tools to our advantage? There's a huge knowledge gap, and that is preventing a lot of businesses, especially MSMEs, micro and small businesses, from actually leveraging digital technology to grow their business. And that's where we conduct a lot of training sessions and webinars. And I had personally conducted more than 450 such sessions, and I had the wonderful opportunity and privilege of connecting, interacting, and discussing with more than 12,000 businesses in various countries. So that was a quick introduction about myself. And I'm also going to share my contact details. So if any one of you would like to connect on a personal level for getting your business reviewed, or if you want to get suggestions, or when you're creating your online store, if you're stuck, please do feel free to reach out. You can even reach out to our help desk. But if you want, you can include me in that conversation so that I can ensure that you're getting a prompt response. And whenever you are creating your online store, and this is something which I'm sharing with all of you, please do share your online store with me. I will review it and I will share my suggestions, inputs, or next steps that you should do. If you have done everything fantastic, what are the next steps that you should do so that you can actually achieve your objective? All right. So that is a suggestion I thought of sharing, and I'm going to share my contact details as well shortly. So let's move on and let's get started with getting some understanding about online store. We are going to learn how to create an online store, but before that, it is important that we at least understand what is an online store. All right. So let's review a small slide to get a slightly better understanding. So, online store is a website or a computer file used to provide examples of a person's work, product offering by a business in a digital format, which can easily be accessed directly by a prospective customer. There's something which I just read from the slide you're seeing on the screen, but obviously it is too complicated to understand. So, let me simplify it for you. And a simplified version is an online store is simply a website. Yes, you have heard it right. It is simply a website. But can every website be called an online store? Absolutely not. A website which has few features or characteristics can only be called a online store, right? What are those characteristics or features? The first one is it should be showcasing product or services. So many websites you may have seen it, they talk a lot about the business, but very little information about the product or service offering. So a online store shows the information about the product or service. The second characteristic or feature is that it should have the capability or feature of accepting orders or generating inquiries. The third one is it should also be showcasing information about that business. And that's where I've written assumed in the brackets because almost every website does that. So if a website has these three characteristics, then we can safely call it a online store. Now, how many types of online stores are there? So broadly, there are four types, and I'm going to show you examples as well. The first one is which allows a business to generate leads, and this is typically used by B2B businesses. The second one is which allows a business to generate orders. The third one is which allows a business to generate leads as well as orders. The fourth one is which allows a business to receive B2B bulk orders, right? And I can imagine that you might be a little confused if you're like, hearing me with a lot of attention that what is the difference between leads and distributor and retailer orders? They all look same. Let's look at an example and you'll be able to understand it in a better way. All right, so I'm going to switch my screen and I'm going to take you. Sorry, I think I didn't click on it. So we are on another browser window, and I have deliberately kept a B2C example as a starting point for showing you the examples. And why have I done that? Because in today's day and age, almost all of us do online shopping. There's hardly anyone who doesn't do that. So this is a familiar ground. This is something that you see almost on a daily basis if you're shopping online. This is something which you come across. So that's why I started with B2C examples, wherein if you want to sell to customers, end users, direct to customer is another name, or D2C as another name of or another way of referring to these businesses. So if you are wanting to sell to the customer, if you want to create an online shopping website, so first examples which I'm showing to you are those examples. So this first example that you're looking at on your screen is a natural beauty product brand, and any customer who is interested to buy their product, whether it is domestic or international, the website can cater to domestic as well as international customers. In fact, you can even show the pricing in various countries. So if a customer from US is looking at the pricing, they will see it in USD. Whereas if there's a customer from India, they'll see it in INR similarly, right? So Let's look at, and just for the benefit of time, I've already opened one of their product. So this is one of the product from of this particular seller. And as a customer, if I want, I can come here, I can do an add to cart or buy now, and I can place an order. I can buy the product. I can give them an order that is the product I want to buy, right? So this is one type of online store that you can create. There are a few more examples that I've opened here. So there's another example, and this is another natural beauty product brand. There's an electronic product sellers online store that we are looking at. So there are many examples. I'm not going to take you through all of them. So this is sort of one flavor, and this is something that we are more accustomed with or more familiar with. Now, let me show you another flavor or another type of online stores that you can create. And all the examples that I showed you or I'm going to show you, they're all created on the platform by business owners like you. All right. So this is where we are looking at an online store of a business that is into trading of the equipment which is used for maintaining stadiums or sports infrastructure. So this is their online store, and obviously it is a B2B business. Retail customers will hardly be buying a ground roller. So this is their online store, and I've also opened one of their product. Now, if you look at the layout, looks more or less the same, but the interaction is different. And when I say interaction is different, I don't mean that here is a video, and in the previous example I was showing you, the video was not there. Absolutely not. The call to action or what a customer can do here is different. Here, they can only send inquiries. So if I am a corporate buyer, I run a or I manage a sports institution, and I want this ground roller to maintain the lawns. So that's where I can send them an inquiry that, hey, I am interested in acquiring this 2-ton hydraulic uh, cricket stadium, cricket pitch ground roller. And they can respond back what is the pricing, or if they have queries like where do we have to deliver, etc. So they can connect with them. So this is where this website allows a B2B business to generate inquiries, to generate expression of interest, right? This is one example I thought of showing to you. This is another example of a business that is into the manufacturing and sale of industrial electrical motors. And just looking at the visuals, you can make out that this is a B2B business. And similarly, anyone who's interested to buy these industrial motors, they can send them an inquiry that, hey, we need your motors, and then they can understand the requirement, take it further. This is a business that is into manufacturing of components for polymer product manufacturing, and is there online store that we are looking at. This is another business that is into manufacturing of matchsticks, and this is their online store that we are looking at. So all these examples that I'm currently showing to you, they all allow businesses to do what? To send inquiries. All right. So, or generate leads. That's another word or another phrase of saying that. So we have seen two flavors of online store. Let me show you the third flavor, and let me just minimize it. And then this is the third flavor. So this is where I'm going to show you now few example. And this is a example. In fact, this is the online store, and this is an online store of a business that is into Indian ethnic wear, and we are looking at their online store. Now, I was showing you the product page, and here you'll again notice the interaction is again different, but not so much, because we are seeing essence or elements of both the previous interactions that we have seen. So in case of this business, what this website is allowing them to do is it is allowing them to cater to both type of audience. On one end of spectrum, you have retail buyers, and a retail buyer can very conveniently come to the website and they can do an add to cart and they can place an order. On the other end of spectrum, where you have B2B buyers who are wanting to buy in larger quantities, they can come here and they can use the send inquiry feature to express their interest that we are interested to buy this product in bulk. And obviously, B2B discussions require understanding of the requirement and then quotations, multiple steps, but they are able to express their interest, right? So this is the third flavor or the third type of online store that you can create. Again, these are all created by businesses similar to yours. And there's another example of a business that is into home decor item. And again, you can see the interactions and inquiry and add to cart. Retail customers, if you want to buy, you can buy it. If you want to inquire for B2B, you can do that. There's another example that is into ethnic wear. This is a bags manufacturing setup, and this is their online store. There's another example. They are into products or machineries which are used for spraying insecticides or crop protection. This is another example that I have here for you. This is a business that is into pharma items or healthcare products. So these were the three types or three flavors of online store that you can create. I can see there's some participants who's raising their hand. So if you have a question, please do use the Q&A feature to ask your question. Now, in the slide I showed you, there are four types of online stores that you can create on the platform. I've shown you three types. What is the fourth type? And fourth type is here. So fourth type, if you look at this website, it looks like a typical online shopping website wherein you can go and you can review the product and you can place the order. If that is your understanding, you're not wrong. That is, in fact, one of the use of this online store, but it also has another greater use, and that is to facilitate B2B bulk ordering. And how does that happen? So there are shop owners or distributors, retailers who buy and then sell their products to their own customers, right? So the brick and mortar shops. So those shops also have to by the replenishment. Now, in the traditional distribution model, how does it happens? That either your salesperson has to go door to door to every shop that is selling your product and get the order. So every month the same cycle gets repeated, or the shop owner or whosoever is buying your product and then selling to the retail customer, they'll have to call you up or they have to email you or message you or do something to share that I have a requirement. I'm running on low on stock. Please replenish my stock. So instead of doing all that, it can be handled very, very efficiently digitally. And for that, what the brand has to do, they have to onboard all the bulk buyers at the back end and also assign what kind of discount they'll get, what kind of credit they'll get, and what kind of minimum order quantity restrictions have to be applied. So all that setup is done. The bulk buyer is onboarded. Now the bulk buyer has to simply come here, do a secure login through their phone number, and once they are logged in, they can simply proceed ahead to place the order. So whatever discount is agreed that you are going to buy in bulk, I'll give you 10% discount. They'll get that discount. If the brand has promised them a credit that you'll be given a 30-day credit, that is also taken care of. If there's a minimum order quantity, understanding that we are going to give you a special discount, but you have to buy minimum 10 units or minimum 15 units, that can also be taken care of, right? So fairly powerful capability. And if you are someone who is in distribution business or there are businesses who regularly buy from you in bulk, this model is something that you should explore. Now, the question which I was referring to earlier, that and this is something which curiously someone has asked me, like, what is the difference if I showed you this example wherein someone is sending inquiry and this model, what is the difference? Because I explained it to you like two different types of capabilities. There's a fundamental difference between the two. Then in this case, what is happening? A potential buyer is coming and expressing an interest, that they are expressing their desire that we want to buy this product, right? The transaction hasn't happened. But in this case, they are giving you an order, right? So the transaction is happening on your website. It is a bulk order. Obviously, that is the fundamental difference between a retail order and the bulk order. The quantities are higher and the value is obviously higher. So this is where using this capability, a bulk buyer is giving you an order, and using this feature, a bulk buyer is expressing their interest. All right. So these are the fourth four type of digital catalogs that we have. So if the understanding about the online store, I believe, is clear. But still, if you have any questions or if something is not clear, please do feel free to add that in the Q&A. And see, there's a question by one of the participants, scientific physics education. I am not clear what you're trying to understand. If your question is, can we create an online store for scientific physics education? Yes, you can do that. For services also, you can create that. I think I missed sharing an example of services, but there are many service providers also who have created their online store, right? So in the same fashion, same setup, you'll be able to create. So instead of showcasing products, you're showcasing services, and someone who's interested to avail your services will be expressing interest, and then you can connect with them, negotiate the price, and close the deal. Or if you can productize services, like few of the entities have done that, in that case, people can even buy your services. They'll be able to make a purchase online. So both the models are available. All right. So I think by now, at least the concept of online store is clear in everyone's mind. So let's move to the main agenda now. So that's where I'm going to again switch the screen and I'm going to take you to a browser tab. Where is it? Here we have. So before I take you to the Indian version and where we'll start or we'll commence our journey of understanding how to create the online software business. I'm showing you this window because we have uh, participants joining or friends joining from UAE in Sri Lanka. So if you are someone who is joining from UAE and you have already not created the account, then you have to go to adcb.globalinker.com and you have to create or do the sign up there. And if you're joining from Sri Lanka, then you have to go to commercial bank globalinker.com, and from there you have to do the sign up. If you have already created the account, then you can ignore this. But I'm sharing this because in one of my previous sessions, there were participants who joined from UAE and Sri Lanka, uh, and they were not aware where should they go. So that's why I thought of sharing. I'm going to add both the links in the chat. Just allow me. All right, so I've added both the links. If you have already not signed up and created an account, in that case, you have to do the signups from here. And once you have done the sign up, you will see a similar sort of interface. Obviously, it will be the logo will not just be, sorry, I accidentally disrupt my mic. So I hope it is still connected. All right, so obviously you will see adcbglobalinker.com or commercial bank leave GlobalLinker because we are joining through our partnership with ADCB or commercial bank in Sri Lanka. Other than that, in the interface, the functionality, everything else is the same. Now, what you're seeing on your screen is the Indian version, and for Indian friends who are joining us, if you have already not signed up, when which is highly unlikely, but if you have already not signed up, then you can go to globalinker.com, click on Become a Seller, and it will open another page like this, and then you can do a sign up and log in. We are already logged in. So you'll have to do the sign up, which will hardly take you 2 minutes, and then this page will open up. Now, here we are starting off that with the hypothesis that you have already done the sign up, and now we are moving on to create the online store. All right. So let's begin the journey. So the very first thing that you have to do after you have logged into your account or once you have signed up and this interface is open to create your online store, you have to click on this option which says online store. Very obvious. So once you have clicked on online store, and I think I have logged out, so don't worry. I'll log back in right away. This is another security feature that if your account is inactive for about half an hour, then it logs you out. So we have clicked on online store and which has opened this page. Now on this page, we have to click on this button, convert now. Now here I have seen that many participants get distracted. They see product, they see online store on the left side. This is what I'm referring to, and they immediately start adding the products here. You don't have to do that. This interface is used to add products to your profile. You will not be able to create an online store. And what we are trying to do is to create an online store. So don't get distracted. This is not for you. You have to click on this button which says convert now. I hope this is clear. I've seen many, many, many people make this mistake. So that's why I am repeating it. So once this page opens up, don't make the mistake of going here and starting to upload the product. You don't have to do that. You have to click on convert now. So once you have clicked on convert now, this overlay opens up. On this overlay, you will see there are three simple questions that you have to answer. What is the main purpose of online store? Approximately how many products would you like to have on your online store? You can have as many products as you want, but this is where we want to understand like how many products would you like to have and would you like to have the minimum order quantity feature? Three simple questions. You can answer them and then click on next, which brings you to the screen. On the screen, you'll see there are a number of design templates and you have to select any one of them as per your liking. So any template that you're liking, just select that. That's all you're supposed to do here. But although this is a very simple step, hardly it will take you 2 seconds, but we have seen many users like you when they're going through this journey, they get confused and then they reach out to our help desk so that we understand what are the confusions or questions that people have. So I'll try to answer a few of them so that when you're going through this journey, you're a little less confused and you don't have those problems or challenges. The first confusion that many participants or many members we have seen have, and that confusion is also not unfound. Reason being that historically, how websites were made, you select with a template and then you start putting the content into it. So you're sort of married to the template, you're sort of married to the design of the website. And that was the conventional or the historical way how the websites were built. So they carry forward that understanding, and that's where they are literally worried or paranoid that if you are selecting a design template, we'll not be able to change that. It didn't happen in my previous website, and if I have to change the template, I have to literally recreate it. So they are really, really worried because they have this previous understanding, and because of that, they are worried. But now the world has changed, the technology has changed, it has evolved significantly. So you can easily change the design template. In fact, you will not believe you will be able to change from one design template to another design template in less than 5 seconds. Realistically, I agree because you have to resize the banner, upload them back, and you may have to do some color customization. So realistically, it will take a little longer. But technically, from this system standpoint, 5 seconds you'll be able to move from one design template to another design template. So don't worry if you have that feeling, if you have that paranoia that if I'm selecting a design template, I may not be able to change that. No worries. You can change it at any given point in time. All right. So that was the first myth or confusion that people have. The second myth or confusion that we have seen people have, and that is related to the visuals which are seen here or which we have added here. Now, I am not sure how clear it is on your screen, but if we take this example, this is where the visual has images of computer and IT product like monitors, laptop, mobile phones, etc. So people believe that this template can only be used by businesses that are into computer and IT products. So if you're into agri product or if you're into engineering product, you can't use it because the visuals are not there, which is again absolutely wrong. You can, or anyone can use any of the templates. The visuals that we have used here Firstly, it is for creating the difference. Otherwise, all of them will look the same. And to help you understand like how it will appear visually. That's why we are using these visuals. But again, the important point that I'm trying to explain to you or convey to you is that any template can be used by any business, right? So don't worry on that, or don't think that if I'm into agree, then I can probably only use this template or this template only. You can use any template. All right. So that was the second misconception. The third is not a misconception, but a very important question. And the question is, how do I select a design template? I'm not sure if the question has struck you, but the question, I'll repeat it again, because this is something which a problem that almost everyone faces, including myself. Unless you are an extremely creative person, you will have this problem, and that is, how do I choose? Everything looks beautiful. This is looking beautiful. This is looking beautiful. This is also looking beautiful. This is also looking beautiful. Almost every other design template that is there, it is looking beautiful. So, as a business owner, how do I choose? That is the problem, right? And what is the solution? So, solution is a process that you can follow. Firstly, you have to go through this journey, which I'm explaining to you. Once you have gone through this journey, once you have created your online store, then you have to go to the theme section, apply a theme. But before that, you have to upload one or two of your product. Sorry, I skipped doing that, saying that. So let me explain the entire procedure once again. So you have to complete this process. Then you have to upload few of your products. One or two will suffice. Once you have uploaded the products, then you have to go to the theme section in the control panel where you have to go. I'll explain that. You have to go to the theme section, apply a theme, and then go see how the theme is showcasing your product. Then apply the second one, see how it is showcasing your product, right? So you'll have to test out all the themes to identify or shortlist which theme is showcasing your product in the most beautiful manner. And that's how you will be able to get answer to that question. Or otherwise, you can close your eyes and put the finger on one of the themes and make a wild guess, but that will not be very precise. And obviously, it may not be presenting, or it may not be a very presentable theme with respect to your product, because every product is different, every theme is different. So it is not a standard, straightforward rule that this is the theme which can be used by any business and every business. A theme may look good on my product, but may look absolutely ridiculous on your product, right? So that is where you'll have to invest some time. It will not take hours. It will hardly take half an hour, 45 minutes. But if you invest that time, you have absolute clarity. You will be able to select the theme that showcases your product in the most beautiful manner. All right. So this step, and I am going to select a particular theme which is called Destiny. Why am I doing that? Because I already have banners created for this theme. That's why. Now that brings us to the third and the last overlay. On this overlay, you will notice there are just two input fields in Sri Lanka, and I think in UAE as well. You may have a third field which allows you to select a different language. Uh, so here we have the store name. So store name is your business name, but there may be a scenario that you may be operating a popular brand. So for example, you have a popular sportswear brand, or you have a popular apparel brand, and you want to create the store in the name of the brand. You can do that. So in that case, you'll have to delete this and type the name of your brand. Otherwise, if you don't operate a brand, then you should be naming your store in the name of your business. All right. So that is the first field. Then you have store URL. Again, here we'll spend a couple of minutes to understand this concept a little fundamentally. And the first question, or the first fundamental point I would want to clarify is what is a URL? So URL is basically something that we type to open a website. So for example, we have to open Google. What do? We type google.com, right? So similarly, tomorrow if someone has to open your website, what should they be typing to open your website? What should they be typing? That is what we are trying to specify here. Now, related to this, many times people ask me this question that we have our own domain. Can we use that? Yes, absolutely. You'll be able to use that. And in fact, if I take you to the examples that I was showing you, so here you can see these businesses are using their own domain. So it is hkonline.com or Makharia Electrical Exports or Polymers. Or if you go to these examples, this is Vione's Exports, right? So it is up to you. In fact, if you desire to take your online store live on your own domain, please do feel free to reach out to our help desk because it is slightly technical. It is not like absolutely impossible. You'll not be able to do that. Anyone can do that, but we have seen that it is little bit technical because like updating the DNS or a record and CNAME in the DNS might be little overwhelming for someone. So that's where a friendly suggestion to all of you is that if you want to take it live on your own domain, so instead of getting frustrated or getting stressed, like how will I do that? Just reach out to our help desk. One of our colleagues will connect with you. They'll take you on a screen share and it will take 5 minutes and they'll help you point it out or point your domain onto our server and make it live, right? So uh, that is a suggestion I thought of sharing. So what we have understood what is a URL, and then I've shown you a few examples wherein if as a business, if you want to use your own domain, you can certainly do that. But if you want to continue use linker.store, you can also do that. So if I uh, take you here, I think here I saw a business. So here we have an example wherein a business is using linker.store. So it is Bhavi Apex Industries .linker.store. So if you want to use linker.store, you can also do that. We are not forcing you to not use linker.store, and we are also not forcing you to use linker.store. It is your business. It is your decision if you want to take it live on the domain. You should do that. In fact, we will help you in doing that. If you want to continue use linker.store, you're more than welcome. But what is logic? What is the reason why we are offering linker.store, which is our subdomain to you? The reason is to make this journey as convenient as possible. Now, imagine that at this stage, if we had asked you to point the DNS or point the A record from the DNS of your domain to our server, that would have been overwhelming, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It would certainly be overwhelming for many of you. So to make this journey as convenient as possible, right? So if you want to test the waters, you can do that without getting stressed out. So that is one reason. The second reason, and that is important one as well, and that is to give MSME, a micro business, an option to create a sustainable digital presence. What does sustainable digital presence means? The moment the word sustainability comes, our brain goes towards the eco-sustainability. But that's not the sustainability I'm referring to. I'm referring to long-term sustainability. So I'm not sure how many of you have the experience of getting a website made and operating it. If you have, you will agree that there are multiple cost heads associated with creating and operating a website, right? So you have to get the website made, you have to get all the content, etc. added. Once the website is made and it is live, you have to regularly look into the domain renewal. You have to regularly look into SSL, and I'm not referring to wildcard SSL. I'm referring to a positive DV SSL, which cost couple of thousand rupees INR every year. And hosting, and if you have to compare the hosting, your website on the platform is getting hosted on a PCI DSS certified infrastructure, which is uh, legally allowed to even store financial information. So how robust is the infrastructure? So it's a PCI DSS certified infrastructure on which you are getting hosted. So there are multiple cost heads associated. So you have to worry about hosting, tech support, plus if you have to get the content, etc., updated, you need a resource or you have to take the AMC from an agency. Now, because of these multiple cost heads, many times a micro business shies away from creating their digital presence, or even if they are creating, that's a very basic one. So to help them overcome this obstacle, we are offering our linker.store. So if you're using linker.stores, you don't have to worry about domain renewal. You don't have to worry about hosting. You don't have to worry. In fact, even if you're using your own domain, even then you don't have to worry about hosting. Even you don't have to worry about SSL. And all you have to do is to update your product, and the interface is so simple that anyone can use that. So you don't even need a IT resource to manage it. Anyone, even a receptionist in your office, or even your pantry boy, can manage the online store. It is that simple. All right. So those are a few things I thought of sharing with you. Now, what are you expected to do here? So you have to type your business name without space or any special character. So the name of the business is ABC Enterprises. Obviously, it's a hypothetical business that I'm creating, or and that I've created to demonstrate. But in your case, when you're typing your business name, you have to be conscious of few things. The first is it should not have space or any special character, which I think I've already shared with you. Other than that, the maximum limit, the size of this field is 25 characters. So if you have a really long business names, in that case, you'll have to do a little bit of editing with that. All right. But if you want to take it live on your own domain, then this will obviously be out of question. So this is the third and the last overlay, as I mentioned earlier. So now we have to click on this button which says create e-store or online store. That's the abbreviation. So now you'll see that the page loads up, and now all of a sudden we have too many options on the left side. Let's close this overlay so that we can see it in a better way. There are many, many options here. So is the journey completed? No, absolutely not. There are a few more things that we have to do. So you can click on this bubble which says store setup, but I'll advise that you just click on this home shaped icon that you're seeing on the top. That will take you to the home screen. And here, obviously, you can skip the overlays. And here you'll see there are few steps that you have to complete. So these are the remaining steps. So these are three steps that we have to complete. The first one is create your catalog. The second is set up your shipping. And third is activate payment. Now, these steps can be done in any order. So it is not necessary that you have to do this one first. You can do this one first or this one first. So any order, you can attempt them. We'll do the first one first, which is create your catalog. And we have to click on create your catalog, which will straight away take us to the product upload interface. This is where you have to input the information and you have to upload the product. Now, curiously, many times participants have asked me this question like, we have a very large catalog, or it is not just a question, it's a concern that they have shared that we have a very large catalog, and if we go this route, uploading one product at a time, it will take us an eternity to upload all the products. We already have the data available in Excel files. Can we bulk upload it? That is their question. And the answer is absolutely yes, you'll be able to do that. In fact, I am going to show you how to bulk upload the products as well in today's session. So let's quickly fill the data. And obviously, I will not be able to walk you through all the fields because of paucity of time, but I am going to share with you where do we have the product data. I've already created this content so that we can save a little bit of time. So I'm going to upload a product. So this where if you this is for Indian sellers, and very soon we'll have the GlobalLinker marketplace opening up for other countries as well. But right now, Indian sellers can list their products. So if you want to showcase your products on the GlobalLinker marketplace, this is the GlobalLinker marketplace. You should, and I don't see a reason why you should not, why you should not aspire to get additional visibility and additional orders or inquiries for your business. You must do that. So we are uploading a shirt. So it is very simple. You have to type the name of the product, and an appropriate option will start appearing in the drop down. So we'll select that. I've copy pasted the HS code. Now HS code is an important thing. I have seen businesses miss out on that. So please do add HS code. Don't miss out on that. And then we have brand. If you want to add brand, you can do that, or you should add brand. So you have to type the name of the brand. So for example, the name of the brand is Super, and I can upload the logo. So like that, you can add the brand. And accept order and accept inquiry. We have already seen the example. This is accept order. So if you select this option, then you will be able to, where do we have the online store? I think it is here. So you'll be able to give this kind of an experience. If you're selecting accept inquiry, in that case, you will be giving the send inquiry experience, right? And you also have the option of not showing the price. So if you want to hide the price, you can also do that. So for hiding the price, you have to select accept inquiries, and then you have to select this option, do not show price. For today's demonstration, I'll select both the options, and then we have to add the selling price, which is mandatory irrespective which type of product you are uploading. And this is where we have to add the summary description, and I've just copy pasted it. Then we have SQ code is a unique identifier, so it has to be unique for each and every product that you have on your website, on your online store. And it cannot be same for two products. The stock is how many units do you have? Threshold is reorder level. Then you have country of origin. And you also have a feature. So if you have a product brochure, technical specification document, or size chart, and those can be added and showcased on the product. And visibility should be B2C or both. I'll select both. You should also do that. And then we have additional information. And again, I'll use the content which I had already created. We will have to do a little bit of formatting. Like that. And then we have to also add variants. So this is a shirt that we are uploading, and shirt have various sizes like small, medium, large, extra large. So we will add variants as well. So I've clicked on add variant, attribute name, which is the basis of variation. And we have small, that's the first size. So you can see I've typed small here, and I'm going to press comma on my keyboard, and you can see it has been accepted by the system. So this row has started appearing. Let's add. I'm just going to add three variants, small, medium, large, and you can see it here. And these SQ codes are again editable. So if you want to make changes to them, these are system created based on the SQ code that you had added earlier. And selling price is also customizable. Stock is also customizable. Last is SEO related information, which is meta title and description. This is also important, and this is crucial. It will have a significant impact on the search ranking. So please don't miss out. I think we also have to upload the images. So let's quickly do that. So I've clicked on the image placeholder. We'll select the image folder. It is already created for us. And this is, I'll create a folder for this particular product. And let me quickly select the images. So you noticed I had 4 images for the product and selected all of them at once, and all of them are uploaded on the website. Now we have to tell the system which should be the first image, which should be the second image. So we'll quickly do that. Now, so far, tell me honestly, more or less walked you through all the fields which are there to upload the product. And I think all of you have this information, right, available. It may not be formatted, or it may not be that elaborate, and that's where you can use AI tools to do that. But I think all of you will have this information about your product or services. In case of services, obviously, you have to type the service name instead of product name. The interface remains the same. And for the visuals, you can use a representative image, or you can even ask AI to create an image for you. So once we have added the details, we have to click on save, and the product gets uploaded. So product successfully added. So as part of this journey, we are required to just upload one product. But as I mentioned, that there's a bulk process also available. So let me quickly show you how it works. You have to click on this down pointing arrow, which will reveal this option, import product XLS CSV, which will take you to the space. So once you click on that, uh, drop down, it will take you here. Here you see the download sample import format. You have to download this format and you have to use this format. So once you have populated the data, I have already downloaded the format and I have the data. I'll just quickly upload it. Here I have the data. In fact, for a quick second, let me just open it. This is the file. So product name, SKU code, country of origin. So all the fields that we saw uh, previously, all of those fields were there. How do you upload the images? For uploading the images, you have to use a separate option. I will show you shortly how do you have to do that. So as we are uploading the file, let's do that. Let's understand this, and then I'll show you how to upload the images or how to generate the URLs to upload the images when you're uploading the products in bulk. So once you have uploaded the file, it will show you this screen. On the screen, you'll see there are certain fields here and there are certain drop downs here. So basically what this screen does is it shows you a mapping of the fields which are there in the Excel file with respect to the column which are there in the system. So as per the system, this column should be selling price, and this is where the title is selling price. So the columns are mapping. So basically what you have to do is you have to randomly check few of the columns if they are mapping. So it should be image cover URL and it is image cover URL. So the columns are mapping. And this is again a fail-safe which we have provided in the system, because sometime we have seen this happen that member had added few columns for their internal calculations, etc. They forgot to delete those and then they uploaded the file and then the information went haywire. So to prevent that from happening, that's where you have to just spend few seconds and then just to ensure that the columns are mapping properly, you can do a random 4-5 column 4-5 row check. And then if you click on next, it brings you to the screen. This is where the system is showing the data of the first row and the data is looking good. So we can click on start import and the import process begins. We are just uploading two products, so it will hardly take few seconds. And you can see the products are imported. So let's go back to the product section and we can see the products are imported. So these are the products that we have uploaded. So shoes, a women ethnic wear, kurti, and a shirt. So three products, two are uploaded using the bulk file and one we have uploaded. This is the one that we uploaded using the manual one product at a time process. All right. So this is how simple and how easy it is to upload the product. And in case you are wondering, like, why did I spend so much of time explaining the product upload process? This is the heart. This is going to be the heart and the soul of your website, and this is the most important point. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. So to highlight, firstly, to you how simple and how easy the process is, and also to explain to you that how conveniently you'll be able to do that. So that's why we spend a little bit more time. Now, coming back to the import process, this is a common question that gets asked, like, how do I generate these URLs for the visuals that I have? So it's very simple. In the left navigation, you'll see there's an option which says My Store. You have to click on that, and then you have to go to Media Manager. Here you'll see there's an option which says Media Manager. Here you'll see the various folders which are there. And to upload the images and generate their URL is very simple. These are the folders that system has created when we I'll just create a new folder. So let's create a folder for watch and I'll show you how to. It is taking longer than expected. I think my internet connectivity is slow or there may be some other issue happening. Oh, finally the folder is created. So we'll click on upload file and we have to just select a file from our device. Let me quickly just randomly, I'll just select something. Like these three images we are wanting to upload, just imagine. So you have selected all of them. Now here you can see the URLs are here. Now we have to just copy them and paste it here. So this is one URL. This is one image for the product. This is the second image. So we can just copy it and paste it like this. And then you have third image. So maximum you can upload 6 images. So like this, very, very conveniently, you'll be able to generate the URLs. And I'm also going to share with you a detailed tutorial video on product upload so that when you are doing it, you don't get confused. And in one of the videos, I've also explained how you can use AI tools to generate this content. So that will also help you in generating the content. In case you don't have the text content through that video, you'll also understand that. All right. So this is where we have done the product upload part. Let's go back to the home screen. So we have done the create your catalog bit. Now we have to do two more steps. One is set up your shipping. And for that, we have to click on this button, set up shipping. And we are going to be redirected to the shipping management interface. So there's the shipping management interface. And here you'll see that an overlay opens up. There's the shipping zone. So firstly, what is the use of shipping zone? So shipping zone is used to charge delivery fee from the customer. So if you want to charge a delivery fee, then you have to set it up. You have to use this capability. But if you are a B2B business and you desire to just generate inquiries, in that case, you have to, this is not relevant to you, but you have to still do the basic setup. And what is the basic setup? So for the timing, you have to specify what is the estimated time. You can put any hypothetical value here. I'm putting 3 here, and you have to put a fixed rate here. So I'm just adding 100 here. But if I was in your place or in your position, I will certainly have this question. Why are you not explaining us to set it up properly? Because when you, to set it up properly, you need to know what are the courier company's charges. And for that, you have to sign up. So once you are signed up with the courier company and you're clear on the courier charges, then you can come here and you can set it up. For the timing, we'll just add two values here and we'll complete the process. And once you are done with the sign up, in India, we have multiple companies which are integrated onto the platform. So you can sign up with ShipRocket or Mamaship. Here we have also embedded tutorial videos. So you can watch the video, understand the process, and then you can complete the sign up. It will give you an understanding what are the charges. So ShipRocket will give you the charges, what they are going to charge. And based on that, you can set up the shipping zone. So this is one more step that we have done. Now there is another step that is get paid. So I'm just quickly taking you back to the home screen. So this is the payment part. So we have to click on get paid and we will go to the payment management interface. This is the payment management interface. And here for the timing, because we are still making or still developing the store, we can go to cash on delivery and switch it on. And once our store is ready, then we can submit the application for online payment gateway activation. And once that is activated, we can come back here and disable it. All right. So this is where we have done all the steps as per the pop-up. And here you can see the store setup button has also disappeared because we have done all the steps, but there are a few more things that we have to do. So very quickly, I'll explain to you. Now you have to click on My Store in the left navigation, and you have to firstly go to navigation. So here, click on My Store and then click on navigation, which will bring you here. So this is where we have to set up the navigation. In case you're confused, what is the navigation? So my company, our product, or let's take this example is where we have the face, hair, concerns, etc. Or this example, this is where fitness, accessories, all these drop downs, these are navigation. So these can be product for your products, these can be for your services, or these can be for your business information pages like our company, our profile, our team, etc. So for that also you can use. So and they can have hierarchy. So they can have level 1, level 2, level 3. Let me quickly show you how you can create that. Because of paucity of time, I will not be creating multiple levels. So I am going to create singular levels. So this is where we can create a men's shirt, and this is where we'll select the men's shirt product and we'll click on save. So there's one navigation that we have created. Let's create another one. And I'm going to share with you a tutorial video wherein I'll explain how you can create hierarchy as well. So you can review that video and you can understand. So I am quickly creating that navigation. This is where we'll have women ethnic wear, and I will select it from here. I'll select the category, and now let's create one more, and these are shoes. So you can select either category or you can select the product itself. This is there. We have the shoe. So it is up to you. So any one option you can use. You can use tag or you can use category or you can directly select the product as well. So this is how you have to set up the navigation. Click on update. Once you are done with setting up the navigation, go to the theme section. This is where you'll see themes. This is the place where you can come and you can apply various themes and see how the products are appearing. So you have to click on themes, which will open like this. And here you'll see there's a theme that you had selected. There's the action button. You have to click on apply, and that will apply the theme that you have selected. So you have to do this step and only then the theme gets applied. So the theme is applied. Now the page will reload and now you can see live has started appearing. So it means the theme has been applied. Now you have to click on store preview to upload the banner. So I'll just click on store preview and you'll notice another tab opens up, and this is where we have the store preview. Now to upload the banners, or this tab basically has two purposes. One is to customize the color scheme and second is to upload the banners. Now in case you're getting worried like why these yellow dots are appearing. So these yellow dots have the purpose. The purpose is to allow you to customize the color. So let me show you that. So I've clicked on the yellow dot and here you can see this pop-up has appeared. Now I can change the color. So the color of the navigation is black. I want to change it to blue. You can notice that it's changed to blue. Let me change it to something more brighter so that you can see. Now it has changed to pink, right? You can see. So it is how easy it is. You can use the color selector, or if you have the RGB code, you can even copy paste the RGB code. So this is one use case, and you can do it throughout the website. It is not just that you are doing it here. So even on the inside pages, you can go to the product detail pages. This is one of the product that we had uploaded using the bulk file. So if you want to change these buttons, etc., you can do that very, very easily, very conveniently. So there's one. Now, the other use case is obviously to upload the banners, to upload the banner. Sorry. Yeah. Now it is loaded. So this is where once you click on the yellow dot, this overlay or pop-up will start appearing. Again, you have to click on the image placeholder, which will reveal the dimensions of the banner. So you can either create it yourself, use AI to do that, or you can hire a graphic designer who can do that. Or if you have a graphic designer in your team, or you are yourself a graphic designer, you can design it yourself as well. So entirely up to you how you want to get the banners created. But the important point is that it should be exactly, precisely in the dimensions which are mentioned here. So 1920 by 820. So 1920 is the width and 820 is the height. Now to upload the banners, you have to just click on the placeholder, then which will open the image manager. On the image manager, you have to select the folder, click on the upload button, and then you have to select the banner from your device. I'll quickly do that. You select and upload all the banners. So all the banners that I had on my device, they are all getting uploaded. Now we can choose the banner. So this is the desktop banner and this is the mobile banner. Yes, you have to create two separate banners. One is for desktop, one is for mobile. And to give a CTA, call to action, you have to just copy paste the URL of the landing page. So I've copy pasted the link of the men's shirt page and the banner is uploaded. So we have uploaded one banner. Let's add one more. So same process, we have clicked on the placeholder. Now we'll select the banner because we have already uploaded the banner from our device. So we don't have to do that again and again. We have to just select and we have to give the link. So I'm copy pasting the link like this. So the banner is uploaded. Now for the benefit of time, we are not going to spend too much time here. I can imagine you have already understood the process. And this is also the last step that you have to do with respect to completing the store setup. So we have uploaded two banners. They'll keep changing after every few seconds. And you'll notice all the other places are here. So you can go and you can check the dimensions, get the banner created and upload them in the similar fashion. All right, so we are done with the banner upload and color customization. Now we have to click on this button, save and publish. So this is important. Don't forget to do that. So we have clicked on save and we have clicked on publish. And that concludes our journey of creating or setting up the online store. Obviously, you have to upload more products. You have to work on the beautification of your online store. If you have to select the theme, or if you have to get the payment activated. So there are a few more steps that you have to go, but this is where you have already seen to a reasonable extent we were able to complete the online store. Now, before we conclude or close off this session and we break into the question answer round, so this is the store that we have created. Now, don't forget to add your address. To add your address, you have to go to store details and your business logo as well. So to do that, go to store details. And I'm just sharing with you because I've seen businesses or members miss out on that. So go to store settings in the left navigation and click on store details. Here, you have the option of adding your contact number. So like this. Store admin is a number that is not displayed publicly, but it is shared with the courier companies or payment partners in case they want to reach out. If and this is the store email, please do add that, and then you should obviously click on save, and you should add your address here and your logo here. Once you are done, click on save. So that will add your logo, update your address, update your contact details. So tomorrow, if customers have to reach out to you, they can reach out to you, and obviously your website will look incomplete without your business logo. Perfect. So this is where I will stop the screen share, and I'll request everyone because I can't see any question. But if you have a question, please do add that in the Q&A. In the meantime, while you are doing that, I am going to share with you the tutorial content, and you will see there are quite a few links there. The last one is of today's webinar, the webinar that you're part of. So the last link is of that. You can copy it, or otherwise what I am going to do, you will also get this recording of this webinar over the email. So in uh, the recording videos description, I also add these links and pin the comment. So this is where I'll just quickly walk you through what all links I've shared. The first one is how to create your online store, how to list your products on GlobalLinker Marketplace. Uh, that is currently for Indian businesses, how to list your business on Indian business portal. That is also for Indian businesses. Primarily for export, how to upload the product. Now, in the how to upload product video, I've also explained how you can use AI to generate the content, including the visuals. So you will find it very useful. Then the next video is how to upload the products in bulk. So where I've explained the entire bulk upload process. Then the next video is about setting up the navigation. Then I've provided the link of entire tutorial playlist. So it will have about 50 or 60 videos. So all of them are there. And the last link is of today's webinar. And I also promised to you that I'm going to share my contact details. So here you have my contact details. And I am also sharing with you the help desk. But before that, because I can obviously share the contact details, but more importantly, there are two things that I want to show you. So just give me a quick second to start the screen share once again. Let me hide this one. So here in the online store that you have created, in the left side, you will notice towards the bottom, you have something called resources. If you click on it, it will open a page where you'll find the entire tutorial content here, and a lot of articles, etc. So you can review it. You'll find it very useful. And you have a support button. If you click on it, it will allow you to send a email to our support team. And if you want to reach out to our support team, this is the place from where you should reach out. I'm also going to share with you the email ID of our support team. So if you want to directly reach out, you can also do that. All right. All right. So I've done that. I am still not seeing any questions. So that's where I am assuming that the information is pretty much clear to everyone. But as I mentioned, while you'll go through this journey, you will have questions, you will have doubts. So please do feel free to reach out. In the chat, I did saw there were a few comments. There's a comment I can read. It is from Neha. So, Neha, this is where you are creating your website on the platform. So, you will have to do the product upload. But if you need help with that, we also have paid plans wherein our team of professionals creates the online store for our members. You can even avail of that. If you are interested, you can drop me an email and I'll share the details about the plans and how you can subscribe to it. I can see there's a comment by Ahmed. Wanted to understand, will we get the recording? Yes, certainly. In fact, I've shared the link of the recording as well. Next question is, or comment I can see is from Farid. And can you share all the links on the email? Actually, it is a system generated email. So obviously, I will not be able to modify it. But what I will do for our participants is that you will get the recording in that email. In the recordings videos description or in the recording videos comment, I'll add the links of all these videos. All right. I can see there is a participant who's facing an issue in copying these links. Don't worry, you'll get the recording, and in the recording, or more simpler, just go to YouTube, search for Global Linker. It is one word. Global Linker is one word. Search for Global Linker, and so we have on in the live section, you'll find this video, this webinar's recording. And in the comments, you'll find a pinned comments where I've added all these links. All right. So perfect. This is very nice to hear from Mr. Ahmed, and all the best. And if you face any difficulty, you already have my email ID. I've also shared the email ID of our help desk. Please do feel free to reach out. So this is where I think, because we have also overshot our time, and apologies for that. So this is where we'll conclude this session for today. Thank you everyone for taking out your time and participating in the session. I hope you found the session informative. And as always, this is not the end. This is starting of a long relationship. I uh, I would love to be in touch with you. So you have my detail. Please do feel free to reach out if you need any help, any guidance, any assistance. Even if you just want to seek suggestions or advice, please do feel free to reach out. All right. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful evening and weekend ahead. Bye bye from our side.